Just days after former President Biden announced he has an aggressive form of prostate cancer, a new book out today blasts Biden aides and people in the White House at that time for allegedly hiding his declining health from the public while he was in office. Original Sin by journalists Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson delves into firsthand accounts, many anonymous, from Biden's time in office. Earlier on CBS Mornings, Tapper directly addressed who he believes is to blame for what he describes as a cover-up.
I think the main people complicit in hiding the non-functioning Biden were President Biden, First Lady Biden, Hunter Biden, and then his immediate circle of aides that other people in the White House called the Politburo, Mike Donnellan, Steve Ricchetti, and some others. They were the ones who saw President Biden every day, up close and personal, and whether they were lying to themselves and everybody else or just everybody else.
A Biden spokesperson released a statement today saying, quote, "There is nothing in this book that shows Joe Biden failed to do his job, as the authors have alleged, nor did they prove their allegation that there was a cover-up or conspiracy. Nowhere do they show that our national security was threatened or where the president wasn't otherwise engaged in the important matters of the presidency. In fact, Joe Biden was an effective president who led our country with empathy and skill." CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro is in Wilmington, Delaware, where the former president is. Aaron, what specific moments are detailed in the book?
Lindsay, in addition to some of the moments where the White House looked to accompany or, as they write, cover up the president's health and his age, such as scripting cabinet meetings, even though there were no cameras present, or adjusting what times he would do public events in the day. You also saw several specific instances of Democratic members of Congress interacting with Biden, sharing their concerns privately, and maybe not sharing it at all publicly or waiting for a while. For instance, Congressman Mike Quigley from Illinois accompanied President Biden on a trip before he announced his reelection in 2023. They went to Ireland, and Quigley described many moments where the president seemed to have a shot of adrenaline and moments where he was completely deflated. And he said it reminded him of his own dad, who had passed away due to Parkinson's. There are many moments in this book where there president seemed to forget the names of close aides. In 2022, there was an instance where he didn't know the name of his national security advisor or communications director. And again, in 2024, this story has gotten a lot of attention, where at a big Los Angeles fundraiser, at a crucial time for the president's reelection campaign that was really drawn in by George Clooney, the president, who has known the actor for years, did not recognize George Clooney when they met face-to-face before the president appeared on stage. And there are many moments of this. One other quick one, just in the conversation of the effort to stop Biden from running for reelection. You saw Ari Emanuel, a big Democratic donor, call out his chief of staff, Ron Klain, as early as September of 2023.
What type of pushback has there been, if any, on the book relying on anonymous sourcing?
Yeah, you saw that statement from the president's office. You also saw a statement yesterday from his granddaughter, Naomi Biden, the daughter of Hunter Biden, where she says that the book, quote, relies on unnamed anonymous sources, pushing a self-serving false narrative that absolves them of any responsibility for President Trump getting elected. And that's been the main response, interestingly enough. It's from the president and his family specifically. You have not heard as much from his allies in Congress.
All right, Aaron Navarro, thank you.